When you look at your water supply, you realize that you really need to conserve water. We're going to have to supply an ever larger population with that amount of water. And the issue is, what is it that we really need to supply water for? A utility means you have supply, that it's there on a continuous basis. You really don't need one if you just drill a hole and you got water and it all works. But as time goes along and there's more and more wells, then there's more and more draw into groundwater, and then pretty soon they start running out of water, the supply is unreliable. That's when a utility is created. One of the legal standards in California is you cannot use surface water directly. You have to filter the water. Filtering is one of the more important things in a treatment process. The rainy collector is the acting filter, and it uses the natural gravels, sands, and soils to filter the water coming down into the rainy collector. We pump it out of about 80 feet underground, put it in and treat it, and then send it to the cities. We fill the reservoirs at night so they're available for your use in the morning and the day, and for irrigation or whatever the use is.
Before I purchased this house, I found out that the area had contaminated groundwater, and that a lot of the houses were on a well. And that was one of my concerns about buying this property. However, I did find out that it was on Santa Rosa City water, and that gave me the confidence that it wouldn't be an issue at all. I'm a general contractor in the area, and so I have a confidence in this area that the water system and the water that they're pumping out is good for us, as well as for my daughter, now 14 weeks old.
There's your brand new outfit on.
I think it'd be wonderful for the kids in this area to be able to tour the system and have access to it somehow to get an awareness of it. It's nice to have all that information in your head. When the faucet comes on, you know where it's coming from.
So did you do one label or two labels? Okay, go ahead.
What we're trying to teach is responsible use of water, because there is not an unlimited resource, it's a limited resource. And what we're trying to do is make sure that we use that resource to the absolute best degree we can use it, the most efficient use of water possible. And that's what our water conservation team does.
What you want to do is really pay attention to what's going on outside, and we do have a focus on outdoor water efficiency. We're not asking people to turn their water off, to let their lawns go brown. What we're saying is just try to learn how to irrigate more efficiently. In the wintertime, which is just indoor water use, the average use around the city of Santa Rosa for all of us is about 13 million gallons. In the summertime, when you add the irrigation needs and some cooling water needs, that'll go up as high as 32 million gallons a day. The water needs in Santa Rosa basically almost triple. So we just want to make sure that that water is being used efficiently.
We took out our lawn, and then we've hooked up a drip system, and then put a mulch of 3 inches on top of that, which really waters the plants and then conserves water because it keeps the moisture in. That saved our water bill, actually, as well as it is pretty to look at. Seems like a wise choice.
The Water Conservation Program does offer an on-site survey for residential and even commercial customers, where one of our staff members will come out to your home and talk to you about the different things that you can do throughout your home to conserve water. My aspirations for the future are that the awareness starts at a really young age, so it becomes just a second nature and a habit to, turn the water off, to be aware when something like that is going on, to have it maybe bother you enough that you're going to do something about it, and that we are just better stewards of that whole resource. So there is enough water available to the kids that are coming up through the generations, to the fish that are in the Russian River, to all of the different water needs that we have here in Santa Rosa.